So the metal would disintegrate?
Yes, absolutely.
Really?
Yeah, because what you do is it comes under enormous stress. You've got a heavy object, 747s or whatever they were that flew into, I forget what size of plane they were now, but a big plane flying into it at X hundred miles an hour. They weren't going slowly when they came and hit it. And they went right through the buildings practically. So they were going at a considerable speed. Now that means that you've got an enormous kinetic force which has to go somewhere. It can't just dissipate, it has to go somewhere. And where it goes is into the structure of the building. That's the only place it can go. Nowhere else it can go.
Which it was designed to take.
Which it wasn't designed to take because that was so large an invasion of the structure.
It's actually designed to take two of those jets.
No, it wasn't. And there's simply no way because they would have had to so heavily...
You can watch the documentary that was made.
I know, but you
70s.
Would have to so heavily over-engineer a building to make it. You see, they hit a fairly high altitude for a start. So you have the Archimedean leverage apart from anything else. And no building of that altitude can have been designed without massive over-engineering.
Which you are remembering that these buildings didn't fall until, what was it, 50 minutes later?
That's what I would expect.
Was it
That's what I would expect. Because you were getting, yes, what you get is a standing wave goes right through the structure. Because that's how the leverage force and the kinetic force is translated down into the structure. The whole thing is dislocated. And then it will just, at
so
a certain
all
point,
of the metal girders,
thick
fail. Metal girders just disintegrated into nothing.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh yes, well I mean, you saw what happened. Now, no explosion could have done it like that. It went down like this, and it went down because it failed, actually, I think, first of all, at the point of impact. Of course, there was a failure there, you would expect that. But you also had these transmitted forces, so there was a failure below. And we know this from the accounts of the firemen climbing up the stairs, one or two of them got out before or something like that, and they could hear the damn thing groaning.
And explosions?
And, well, yes, you would expect that, because things would be snapping, and that would sound like it.
Explosions in the basement?
Yeah, that's where your force is going to be transmitted to. And what you need to do, of course, is to get a damn good structural engineer on place.
There's thousands and thousands of them.
And well, it's not a question of trying to prove anything. What you've got to do actually is to work out what, and you probably need a supercomputer to do it properly, what would be, this was a very extreme force, applied at very considerable altitude to a building which hadn't been heavily over-engineered. And I know because I stood on top of it in a modest wind, the damn thing was swaying.
It's designed.
Of course it is, yes, but it's not designed to be hit suddenly.
It actually was designed
by a very heavy, no, it wasn't.
It was, you can watch the documentary on it.
I know, I don't watch documentaries to get this. The way you do science
it's in the plans.
Is, no, the plans can't. I mean, the structural rigidity that you have to try and build in would have made the building far thicker than it was. There'd be no space for the office.
Should see
making it withstand.
How thick it was.
I know how thick it was. It wasn't thick enough. Obviously, to withstand a deliberate impact. So I was not surprised to find it disintegrated. And besides, you have a lot of dots to join up because you'd have to say, for instance, oh, well, why did they bother with the planes if they were blowing up the thing with thermite?
Deniability.
To what?
Deniability. You can't just
but
blow up a building.
It's deniable either way. They didn't have to admit that they were the ones that planted the thermite. That could equally well have been landed on Al-Qaeda by Iraq. I mean, you didn't need to go through the pantomime of the planes as well. See, none of it stands. None of it makes any kind of sense.
Well,
and so I think what you have to do is you have to stand back and you have to look at this through the tired eyes of an investigator who has heard, as I have heard, conspiracy theories, far too many of them, over far too many years. And you've got to penetrate that symbolism in a way that you certainly haven't done with me. And you've got to go to somebody who in any case is capable of investigating, which I'm not. And you've got to say to them, right, here is the evidence. A, that there were explosives in the building. B, that they were not connected to the terrorist activity. That's going to be hard to start. C, that they were connected to some known faction whom you can go and investigate. and then there's something worth investigating. But the mere discovery of explosives in a building which has just been hit by a terrorist bomb, even if it were there, even if it was blown up at the same time as being hit by the plane, the most likely explanation for that, using Occam's razor, another useful technique, is that it was the terrorists that put the explosives there, precisely to make the whole thing into a bigger spectacle. That's the most natural. No, I'm not saying it's the right one, but it's the one I would start by investigating if I was an investigator. Because that's what you do. You start with the obvious. Whereas a conspiracy theorist always starts with something that isn't.
No, don't get me wrong here. I'm a researcher, and if I had all my research with me, you would not be able to.
You have to start with the obvious. And the obvious is if there was explosives that made the building pancake the way it did, then you have to demonstrate that the explosives weren't likely to have been put there by the terrorists who flew the planes into the building at the same time. I mean, it's an uncanny coincidence if the terrorists flew the thing into the
Do you think it's a coincidence that, 9 of the 18 terrorists are still alive? And saying, wait, I wasn't on that plane?
I think it's fun.
I have no idea. I've never investigated any of it. So none of this is going to help me because I'm not an investigator into these things.
Right. I guess all I want you to understand is that you sound exactly like the mayor.
Yes, of course I do.
Unfortunately,
because what I'm doing, I'm telling you what the mayor didn't do. What kind of evidence you would need to put together to convince anyone serious that you had a case. Everything you said to me sounds, and I'll be quite blunt with you, barking mad.
Sure.
And so what I've done is always abuses the occasion to talk to people and go barking mad. But the fact is, it is barking mad.
I understand.
And therefore,
I used to believe in global warming.
But therefore, unless you can convince a serious investigator who will take the same sort of approach as me and probably a less friendly one, that A, there were explosives, B, that they were the ones that caused the majority of the damage and the collapse of the building, C, that they weren't planted by the terrorists, D, that they were planted by somebody other than the terrorists, and at least you have some idea of the groups who might have been involved. You've got absolutely nothing that any investigator could even know. And I don't think you've got any of those things.
The one is having that.
So,
appreciate your time. Yeah, we're running out of chairs here.
Yeah.
So thank you very much.
Very nice.
Thank you again for coming on.
Okay.